Hello everyone, welcome back to this Microsoft Excel tutorial journey with me on my Knowledge Factor YouTube channel. This is my 10th lecture, and now before we get into creating some formulas, there's something that I want to kind of recap. So we have talked about it just a little bit and even just kind of in passing, but there's very important concept as far as formulas are concerned. So let's make sure that we have nailed this one down at this moment, and I'm going to make it quick because we're going to talk about it again and again in this journey, but I want to get this upfront out of the way. That's the way formulas would be go nice and smooth for us. All right. We're going to talk about cell references, the way that you reference a value or a location within your Excel worksheet. Here we go. So we have got our spreadsheets started here. Started looking pretty good. Got the basic structure, got labels, got some numeric values in there, got some dates. Looking good, right? So now I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. If I hold the control key on my keyboard and use the middle mouse wheel, this will allow me to scroll in. I love that one. You can also use this little scroll bar here at the bottom right corner. You can use the zoom or the scroll bar down here in the corner as well of your Excel interface. If you see here, I will just go zoom in, zoom out. So this works perfectly fine, but still I like using the middle mouse wheel and the control key. So I will just zoom in here. Okay. So now here cell references. How do you reference content within an Excel document? This might be common knowledge. You may done this many times within each Excel work. If not, this is something that's going to follow you around inside of Excel in everything you do, especially when it comes to formulas. So imagine this. Somebody sends you this document, right? We save it, somebody saves it, they throw it into your email and they send it to you and they tell you, hey, I want you to go take a look at some values in the Excel spreadsheet, right? So let's go take a look at the values of X month, right? Or for X bills or for whatever, right? And you open this up and this is pretty simple. I mean, the spreadsheet on which we are working is pretty simple. This is very small, so it's easy for you. You may not be that hard to find, but what if you have several months in there, right? If you have a bulk of data for 10 years, then that will be a complex process. Uh, they say go look at the month of August, but now you got August 2018, you got August 2020, you got August 2025, right? Whatever. So, well, it's like which August am I supposed to be looking at? Well, you can write them back and say, well, which year, right? Which month, which year should I be looking at? Hopefully they get back to you. But would not be nice if they told you exactly where to look, right? We say February. Okay, well, where is February? Well, February starts inside of cell C3 here, and I can find it right there. I clicked in the February up here on the top left corner of my screen and I can see C3. There it is. So if I click someplace else, let's say I want you to look at January value of candy, that's B8. Great. These are all our cell references. Cell that can be referenced as a standalone cell, a single cell like we just did. Uh, C3, B8, D5, E6, D8, C6, B6. These are all cell references. They can be referenced as a range of cells. I can say I want you to look at all the February values. Well, that goes from C4 till C8, right? From here till here, it's C4 to down to C8. I have now selected that range of cells. Now I look at the box at the top and it still says C4 because that's the active cell. within that selection, but I have got the range of C4 till C8. Maybe I want you to reference the entire table. Well, that goes from uh, A3 till F8, right? That's that range of data, the range of cells. Now, a couple of little shortcuts. You can also reference non-contiguous or cells that are not touching this. This will become very important. So, the cells which are not touching each other and you want to select them. When you get into the formulas, you get in the charts, you get in the pivot tables, you get into something that you want to reference a range of cells, and do not touch non-contiguous group of cells. So, I can say I want you to look into the headers and rent. So these are the headers and these are the rents. But now I also want you to look at food. While food is 3 rows down the bills and rent, well, here I can hold down the control key on my keyboard and I can select food, right, like this. So now I can get a non-contiguous group of cells. Again, this is great if you want to create charts and you don't want to include all the data. I just want headers, the months, rent, and I want food. I don't select it, I will just get the data that you need, right? So this is again just really quickly cell references. You reference cells, you reference the location of these values. Now again, very important for our next section when we get into formulas, because that's what you are going to do, is you're going to reference the data by its cell reference. Get ready for it, but take a moment and spend just a little bit of time and identify where these are different values are at what cell, what column, row, address, where are they located at. So just do this exercise and then we will catch up in the next session. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and as I always say, if you really liked it and enjoying the journey, well, then please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest content update on this channel. Alright, so we'll meet up in the next session. In case you have any questions, any concerns, do let me know in the comment section of this video. Till that time, goodbye and take care.